Howdy. Sorry about my hair. I just kind of woke up. Well, I woke up a while ago, but I didn't feel like doing it because I'm lazy. But I have a story to tell you that's been happening since you left for school. Okay. So I'm on Motley Crue duty since you're at school, right? And I don't go because I'm lazy. So, I decided, okay, let's take him out today because it's not snowing yet. But, it's nice out, so I take him. And we passed by Veronica's Bakery, which is the place where I get all my cakes. And Vince is like, oh, cake. And I'm like, no. And he's like, cake. And I'm like, no, Vince, no. And he's like, cake. And I'm like, no. So I grab his hand and we keep walking, for another few blocks. And then I'm like, where's Vince? And sure enough, he's back at the bakery. So we go in, and I can't see him. So I'm like, have you seen obese rock star here? Like this tall and this wide. And the woman's like, oh, the guy who ate the 5-year-old's birthday cake. I'm like, yep, that's him. So I get him, and he's telling the lady, oh, I didn't mean to spoil the child's birthday, but the cake looks so good. And I'm like, oh my god. So I grab him by his hair and I drag him back out, and we're just walking, downtown. And those car dealerships when they have big sales, and they put the balloons everywhere, whatever. There's one guy, he decided to put metallic balloons out, the really shiny ones, the silver ones. And Mick saw it, and he's like, oh, aliens. And I'm like, no, not aliens, that's a balloon. He's like, aliens. I'm like, balloon. He's like, aliens. I'm like, oh, dear mother of God. So he starts going up the telephone pole to get the flying saucer he thinks it is. It's a freaking balloon. Is he stupid? But so he starts climbing, and I'm like, Mick, get down. He's like, aliens, I must get them. And I'm like, it's a balloon. He's like, UFO, aliens, blah. And I'm like, oh. So I go up to Nick. I'm like, can you get him for me, please? So he's climbing up the pole with him, and Mick's all, aliens! And he's all, get back down here, you fucker. And he grabs a hold of Mick's pants and just tears them down, instead of getting the actual guy. So it's just at the bottom of Mick's pants, and you see Mick's bum just climbing up. He's really pale. Which is still, by the way, burnt from the lamp and the Christmas tree. Anyway, So he finally gets to the top, and he's reaching for the balloon. He's like, aliens, I must retrieve you. And I'm like, oh, just please fall. So he does fall, and I catch him. And that's always nice, catching a pantsless McMars. Anyway, so I get his pants back on. So I was like, I need leashes for you guys, because Tommy and Nikki were over there with the girls. Hey, baby. And I'm like, so I grab them all. And, I get them back, I get them to the pet store. There we go, that's what I was trying to say. I get them to the pet store, and I'm like, can I have 4 leashes? And the woman's like, okay. So I get these 4 leashes, I got pink for Vince. I go to put them all on, and I go to put on Vince's, and I'm like, where is Vince? So we follow the big stomp debt marks in the ground, and I'm like, they lead up to another bakery, and you're just sitting there eating his donuts. Oh, just shoot me. So I tried to put the collar on him, but it wouldn't fit around his big flubby neck. So I'm like, ugh. So I go back to the pet store, and I'm like, can I have this in a little bigger size? And the woman's like, oh, do you have a great name? And I said, no, I have an obese rock star. Yeah, that's really it. I hate you.